All right. So real quick, man. Also, before I jump in, the recording to Lifestyle Leap is available, right? If you click the link in my bio, hey, Bacon Bring Me Gatorade. If you click the link in my bio on Instagram, you can get the full playback. All like 10 hours is on there. So part one, part two, it's all there. So if you missed the event, you want to go back and watch it. If you were there, I'm telling you, you want to go back and watch it again and just take more notes, find ideas that you can use that you may have missed, because I went back and listened to basically the whole event. And I'm like, dang, they said that. Dang, David said that. Dang, Chad said this, you know? So you want to go back and refresh yourself on the event, because we have never really been able to relive an event like that. So I think it's dope that we have a little playback so that we can go back and do that. So real quick, man, the question that I want to ask you is, what sounds better? A life by default or a life by design? Drop in the chat what you think sounds better. A life by default or a life by design? Obviously, the life by design sounds better. But you know the challenge, or not even a challenge, you know what the reality is? Most people settle for a life by default. And if a life by design sounds better than a life by default, why don't people consistently chase after the life that they can actually design? See, default, what it really means is something that's usual, right? Something that's normal, the average, the day to day. I don't think that sounds too cool to me. Right? I don't think I want to be usual. I don't think I want to be normal. And I definitely don't think I want to be put in a category as being average. But the reality is, that's where the majority of people choose to live at. And the only reason why they chose to live there is because they chose to settle for what was available. And many people in life will rather settle for what's available than chase after what's possible. See, here's why I can't settle, me personally. I don't know about you, but the reason why I can't settle for a life by default, or a life that's normal, or a life that's, average, or a life that's usual, is because I was created by somebody that's unusual. Another word would be supernatural. I was created by that being. So because I was created by that being, it would be very weird of me to settle for a life where I'm just normal or just natural, when I was created by the supernatural. So if more is available, why would we settle for anything less? If $10,000 a month is available, why would I settle for anything less? If 100 grand a month or 6 figures a week is available, why would I settle for anything else? Why wouldn't I consistently chase after the thing that's possible? See, most people think that it's impossible. And that's where the breakage happens. Because if you look at the first two words of impossible, it's I am. I am possible. So why would I just settle? Because here's the thing. God will let you live on whatever level you choose to settle for. So wherever you settle at, God will let you live right there. And here's the thing about settling. If I were to drop some sugar into this Gatorade, just drop in the chat box and let me know where the sugar would settle at. I'm curious. Strawberry lemonade, that's good. Where would it settle at? It's going to settle at the bottom. So why would I settle? I'm just curious. Why would I allow my reality to contradict my truth? Why would I allow the back office to make me feel some type of way? Or my bank account, or whatever your situation is, you just fill in the blank. Why would you allow that to at all hinder you from going after more? Or making you think it's okay to just chill because, you know, the average is available. But you got to put in your mind as to what's possible. Because you weren't put here to be normal. You weren't put here to be average. You weren't put here to be normal. That's what you got to recognize. See, here's the thing. When you recognize who you are, it's easier for you to move with a level of confidence. It's easier for you to move with a level of focus, tenacity, posture. It's easy for you. And see, here's the thing that you got to know that'll make it easy for you. You were chosen for a particular reason. See, before you got here, you were already chosen. A design of your life was already made before you even physically showed up, right? So knowing that you were chosen, that puts you in the category of being special. It puts you in the category of being different. So, or set apart. So meaning you can't be like everybody else. But see, it's only very few people that recognize the reason that they're here and what they're supposed to do here, the assignments that they have, the people that they're supposed to. It's only a few people that recognize that. And so because only a few people recognize that, only a few people can really go out there and design a life that was already pre-made for them. Any type of success, anything that's equivalent to good, it was put here for you. But most people don't choose to chase after that or get themselves to a place where they can start attracting that because they just consistently just accept what's available. Not understanding that with my words, I can design the life that I want. Not understanding that with my excitement, I can design the life that I want. Not understanding that with my belief and my action, I can design the life that I want. But we just settle. We settle in places, we settle with people, we settle at ranks, we settle with our bank accounts. Some people just settle, not understanding that they have the ability to create. Your words have power. We always talk about that. Your excitement, your emotion. See, here's the thing. In this business, for you to get what you want, it's very important that you help other individuals get what it is that they want. We already have that understanding. And on a previous call, we talked about that when you energize other people, when you get other people on fire, it's easier for them to hit their goals because they're on fire. And it takes fire, it takes excitement for individuals to go out there and knock out that goal. But the caveat to that is, in order for you to get other individuals on fire, you got to be on fire. You got to be on fire. Because if I was standing next to you and you were warm, you couldn't set me on fire. If you were cold, you couldn't set me on fire. But if you were excited, on fire, me getting close to you, me being on a Zoom call with you, your excitement can come through the Wi-Fi. Your excitement will burn right off me if we're standing next to each other. And that excitement is what drives people to go out there and hit their goals. But if you're not excited, if you're not on fire for the things that you want, you can't set anybody else on fire. If you don't believe, watch this, your belief affects your burn. Your belief affects your burn. See, the bigger you believe, the longer you believe, the larger your flame is, but the longer it lasts. See, the reason I'm always on fire, even though it may look like I'm chilling and I'm cool Jones, but I'm always on fire, is because I really believe. I really believe. Like there's nothing that can stop me from believing, because I've been exposed to too much. I've seen too much. I've heard too much. So there's nothing that can really stop me from believing. Now, if nothing can stop me from believing, then nothing can stop me from manifesting. Nothing can stop me from attracting. Nothing can stop me from receiving because I'm always believing. And that's the name of the game. See, what if I told you the thing that's under attack isn't the thing that's under attack? See, what if I told you that it wasn't family issues that was under attack? What if I told you it wasn't financial issues that was under attack? What if I told you it wasn't your back office that was under attack? What if I told you it wasn't relationships while you were under attack or that was under attack? See, what was under attack was your belief system. Because the same wind blows on everybody. Did you know if it was raining outside and we walked outside at the same time that the rain would hit both of us? If it was windy outside, we both will feel the wind. So because we're human and because we're all flawed and we're dealing with flawed humans, there's always going to be challenges. There's always going to be issues. There's always going to be a problem. But here's the thing. It's only a problem when you see it as a problem. It's only a challenge when you see it as a challenge. And the reason why a lot of people fail to overcome challenges is because they never challenge the challenge, because they think it's a challenge. And because they think it's a challenge and they never overcome the challenge, or they never attempt to overcome the challenge, it becomes a challenge. It becomes a problem. See, nothing is right or wrong. Our thinking, our perspective always makes it so. You may look at your back office and see one thing. I may look at it and see something completely different. You may look at your organization and see one thing, but I may look at it and see something completely different. Because beauty is always in the eye of the beholder. The perspective is always in the eye of the beholder. And perspective always drives performance. So if I can see it right, I can act right. But if I don't see it right, I can't act right. And when I'm seeing wrong, my words are wrong. When my words are wrong, my emotions are wrong. My flame not burning anymore. If my emotions wrong, I'm not believing right. And if I ain't believing right, I ain't taking no action. And you wonder why people don't have the results that they want. A lot of times it's because they just see things wrong. Their words are wrong. See, anything that comes out of my mouth is only because it was in my heart, especially when there's emotion attached to it. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth will always speak. So if I'm seeing the wrong things on a repetitive basis, if I'm hearing the wrong things on a repetitive basis, then what do you think is going to come out of my mouth? What kind of conversation you think I'm gonna have? See, every time we have a thought, we have the ability to process that thought. You can't stop a bird from landing on your head, but you can't stop the bird from building a nest on your head. So what I mean by that is, when you have a thought, you decide if you're gonna dwell on that thought. You decide how you're going to process that thought, because the way that you process that thought and dwell on that thought is going to determine the action that your body begins to take, the words that your mouth begins to speak. All this is very important when you're trying to build a life by design. Very important. But the most important part is your action. That's the most important part. It's all important. Don't get me wrong. Words I got to speak. I got to be excited. I got to believe. But man, none of that works if I don't take any action. I got to take action. But you know what so many people do? They allow their actions to betray their words, because their action is one of inaction. Meaning I say I want this, but I do this, which is nothing, or which is the bare minimum. What if every single day you just gave it all you can do? You did all you could do every single day. Consistently. That's the game. That's the game. See, a lot of people have the misconception that they need something major to happen for it to feel like a win. A lot of people have the misconception that, I need a big play every single time. A lot of people have the misconception that I have to hit the home run. What if I told you that you can win a baseball game with no home runs? What if I told you that you know, you could probably win a football game. Matter of fact, without a doubt, you can win a football game with just a field goal or safety. You know, so it may not be the big. What if every single trade you took, it was a big trade? What would your account look like? Every trade, a standard. Jesus. See, you can't just look for the big thing, the big plays. They're part of the game. I'm going somewhere with this. They're part of the game. But what you should fall in love with is what my offensive coordinator in college or any high school level or level of football would say, is just move the chains. See, if you played football before, you know that the offense, that's the language of the offense. Let's just move the chains. It didn't matter if we moved the chains by 2 yards or 5 yards or 10 yards or 25 yards or 1 yard. The goal of every time we got the ball on offense was to move the chains, because we knew that if we can just keep moving the chains, it didn't matter if we threw a pass to Tyreek Hill for 50 yards. Didn't matter if Nick Marshall ran the football for 40 yards. Didn't matter. If we could just keep moving the chains down the field, at some point we were going to score. At some point we were going to score. If we can just keep getting more yards, then they were stopping us. Consistently. So every day you wake up, that has to be the mentality. I just got to keep moving the chains. Every Zoom call I do don't have to have 185 people on it for it to be successful. Because watch this. If you did a Zoom call with 5 people every single day, wouldn't that be equivalent to it being 5 people sitting on your couch and you showing them the plan every single day? What if you had 5 people coming to your house every day? How would you feel about that? You'd be like, dang, I'm lit. I'm working. It's equivalent to having 5 people on the Zoom call every day showing them the plan. But see, people have this misconception that I got to have 100 people on the line. I got to have 85 people on the line or it's not successful. No. It's successful because you wrote it out and you did it. But can you keep doing it consistently though? See, what if you did have a big call, but it was just one time? The person that did 10 calls with 20 people on each one beat you because you made one big play. What they call them? One-hit wonders, one-game wonders. But see, when you put it in your mentality that I just got to move the chains, I just got to keep getting consistent gains every single day. Here's a question I want to ask you. What can you do every day consistently? What can you do every day consistently? What can you commit to doing every day consistently to move the chains for your life, for your business, for your family? Every day. Nothing too crazy. Nothing just out the wild. That's going to take a lot of effort for you. What can you consistently do every day? Can you consistently prospect 3 to 5 people every day? Can you consistently check in with your mentor, your coach, whoever you're working with, your upline, your friend, whoever you're working with, whatever you call the person? Can you consistently check in with them weekly, daily? Can you consistently get on Zoom calls? Consistently. Not just one time a week, but can you consistently utilize that Zoom app on your iPad, your phone? Can you consistently do that? Can you consistently travel? Consistently. Not just you had 1 month where you traveled, but can you consistently do that? Can you consistently go build markets? Can you consistently go get around your organization? Or are you just going to do it one time? Because it looks good. Oh, snap, I'm traveling, I'm moving, I'm out here. But can you keep doing that? Or are you just going to be a jag? You're probably asking yourself, what's a jag? When I was at Tennessee, Coach Jones, who now coaching at Arkansas State, he would call players jags. And he was like, you're just a guy. And that will break our spirit to be called just a guy, just a guy, just a girl, because nobody knows who you are. You're not performing. You're just a guy on the team. That hurts. And because because I'm so competitive, I can't just be a guy. See, with some players, you didn't even know their name. You just knew their number. That's unfortunate. Didn't know your name, just knew your number. Just a guy. And you become just a guy, a jag, just a girl. I know you're women, but just a girl for the sake of the demonstration, jag. Can you consistently move the chains? Can you consistently just show up? Not 1 month. Can you keep doing it and doing it again and doing it again and doing it again? You know, we call that in football, we call it fire. Run the same play again. Just keep doing it again. Just do it again. Fire. Just do it again. It's so funny that I'm using this whole fire thing right now. Fire. Just do it again. Just keep doing it and do it again. Oh, the play worked. Fire. Run it again. Why? Because we got to move the chains. And another thing about the field, about the game, a lot of another challenge people have in business and life is that they can't see the whole field. See, people get so wrapped up in, what's happening in their life in front of them, but they can't take a step back and see the full scope, the full game. So I'm talking about creating my life by design. This is the action that we're talking about. I got to be able to move the chains. What can I consistently do every single day? You ain't got to beg me to do it. Your person you're working with, they ain't got to call you and check in. You know you're doing it because you're not doing it for them. You're doing it for you so that you can move the chains in your life. Consistently. I'm going to consistently do this every day. I don't care what day it is. This is what I'm going to consistently do. Every day I'm going to grow. Every day I'm going to read. Every day I'm going to write. Every day I'm going to prospect. Every day I'm going to Zoom. Every day I'm going to just keep doing it every day. Because I know if I keep doing that, I'll keep getting experience. And if I keep getting experience, I'll grow. And when there's evidence of growth, results always follow. That's why I'm going to keep doing it every day. Fire, run it again. I'm going to just keep doing it every day, consistently. Then I got to see the whole field of my life. Not just what I'm going through right now, not just my business right now, but I got to be able to see the full field. I got to have perspective. Perspective is what drives performance. So I got to be able to see what's happening. And sometimes that may take you talking to somebody that knows a little bit more. And that's why as players, we had coaches that were in the press box. That's why we had somebody in the higher ups that could see the whole field when we couldn't. That's why communication was so vital in sports, just as it's vital in business. So even when you can't see the whole field, it's very vital to your success that you get around people that can see the whole field. You get around people that have the result that you're trying to attain. Your mentor, you have never been where your mentor's been, but 9 times out of 10, they've been where you are. You probably have never been where they've been, never seen the things that they've seen business-wise, but they've been exactly where you are. They know exactly how it feels to be a Platinum 150, a customer, can't get to and free. I think it took Tay Dollar like 3 weeks to go Platinum 150. She's a chairman. It took her 3 weeks to sign up 3 people, 1 person a week. Now she's a chairman. So your mentor, they've been there. They understand, but you don't understand how they think. That's why it's important that you always stay in constant communication with them. That's why every single day, every week, every other day, you don't got to creep yourself out, but whatever, you need to be in constant communication with the person that has what it is that you want, because they've been where you are. So if they've been where you are, they can show you how to get to where they are. I'm just saying. But see, here's another thing about the game of business and the game of life. You got to know your personnel. See, when we're out on the field, whether we're on defense or offense, we had to know who was in the game with us. We had to know who was to our left and to our right. We had to know that. 11 personnel, 12 personnel, nickel package, dime package. We had to know that. And so in business, how does that translate? Well, what I got to know is, if you're a leader, I got to know my 20%. I got to know who my 20% is. Because 20% of people are going to produce 80% of the work. It don't matter what sport, what business, what school, what job. 20% of people do 80% of the work. You look at a basketball team, 20% of that team does 80% of the work. But we still need the other 80% to do their 20%. So in terms of knowing your personnel, you got to know who your 20% is. Who are the people that are dependable? Who can you count on? Who's going to build this business without you? That's what I really look for. Who's going to build it without me? If I chose to not do it anymore, who's still going to be doing it? Because they're doing it for them and their family, and they see something bigger in their mind. Who's that person that needs me for assistance, but they don't really need me? They can do this. Who are they? And it may take you some time to get some of those people. But it starts off as, who's showing up? Who's coachable? Who's just listening? Who's getting some results? Who signed some individuals up? Who getting some people plugged in? Who's plugging in? Who's on the go lives? Who's in it? As Martez would say. That's what your 20% is. Who's doing 80% of all the work that's being done? Who are they? That's what you got to know. But then watch this. You also got to know who's next up. That's another thing you got to know. When you're talking about knowing your personnel, when you're trying to move the chains, I got to know who I'm working with right now. And I got to know who's next up. And also I got to know who's helping me, going back to mentorship. That's knowing my personnel in this game of business that we're in, network marketing. Who's my 20%? Who can I count on? Who's showing the plan without me? Who's going to go to events without me? Who's building this business for them? Who owns their business? Who's a platinum 1000? Who's a platinum 600? That's your 20%. The ones that are doing 80% of the work. So you got to know that. Why you got to know that? Because you got to know where you're traveling to. You got to know where you're building at. You got to know where you're going to do your opportunity calls at the most, your Zooms. This is knowing your personnel. Who's next up? Whose network can I begin to tap into? Because they're next up. So where can I light a fire in the basement and it arrives all the way to the attic? Who's next up? Who am I working with? That's what you got to know. That's knowing your personnel. When you're trying to move the chains, you got to see the whole field. You got to know your personnel. And then you watch this. You got to know what the play call is. You got to know what the play call is. So when you get the play, do you got confidence to run the play? What's the play? Whatever your coach told you, whatever your mentor told you. Show the plan 4 to 6 times a week. If I'm not showing the plan 4 to 6 times a week, then I'm sharing the plan 4 to 6 times a week. Well, Riyadh, what's the difference? Well, if I'm showing the plan, it's me doing the presentation. If I'm sharing it, I'm sending a Zoom link. So if I ain't showing the plan 4 to 6 times a week, I for damn sure need to be sending out this video minimum 4 to 6. I need to be sending out this 4 to 6 times a day. It's just a video link. Sponsoring 12 to 15 customers, going platinum, sponsoring 12 to 15 customers, going platinum 600. Helping 3 to 5 go platinum 150. Help 3 to 5 people go platinum 150. You're at platinum 1000. Boom. I need to help 7 to 10 people duplicate that result. I'm a chairman 10. That's the play. The play don't change. The only thing that changes is the people that run it. It's always been the same play for building a business. If you're trading, go live, academy, that's the play. You just got to run it and have the confidence when you're running it. So in terms of me moving, because remember, it's not about me throwing a Hail Mary to win the game. It's not about me having this crazy big result all the time for me to win the game. But what can I consistently do? Consistently. Without anybody telling me, without anybody asking me, what am I going to consistently do to move the chains in my life? I got to see the whole field. What does that mean? What does see the whole field mean? I got to know what challenges lie out there, because challenges do lie out there. And the biggest challenge is the inner me, you. But there are other challenges that lie on the field. You probably, have your lights turned out. That's a challenge. Rent due, late, whatever. That's a challenge. So you got to be able to see all that, but you also got to see the bigger picture as well. Because faith does not deny reality. Faith just believes God can change it. Faith does not deny reality. Faith just believes God can change it. Then I got to know my personnel. Who am I working with? Who's next up? Who's my coach? Who am I listening to? That's my personnel. These are the individuals that I can help me, and these are individuals that I can also help. Then I got to know what the play call is. Am I running the play that was given? Can I consistently just keep running the plays that are being given? Or am I going to try to audible and create my own play? Or can I just fire, and just keep running the same play over and over again, mastering the mundane to make millions? Can I consistently do that? Because watch this. Yeah, it takes a bunch of 5-yard gains, 10-yard gains, 25-yard gains, stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. But watch this. In every game, or in most games, there always, or a lot of times, there's one play that changes the trajectory of the whole game. Just one. What am I telling you? You're only one person away. You're only one Zoom call away. You're only one big event away. You're only one networker away. You're only one single mom away who's hungry. You're only one college student away who has a crazy desire to become a millionaire. You're only one person away. But you just got to keep running the other plays until that one play shows up. Because it's never just that one play. It's plays that lead up to that one play and then plays that happen after that one play. But that one play is the thing that changed the whole game. You never know when that play is going to be, though. That's the key. That's why you got to keep playing as if every play is the play. And if not, you know what happens? You just settle. You just settle at the level you're at. You just become a jag. A jag. Yeah, I definitely don't want to be a jag. Just a guy. You're only one idea away. You're only one idea from changing your whole life. Just one idea. You may go back through your notes and you may find an idea that you've never acted on. You act on that one idea, life can start to change. You act on that one note that you saw from Lifestyle Leap, life can change. You act on one piece of information from this call tonight, your life can change. Because a lot of stuff was said on this call. A lot of stuff is said at events. But what you got to do is chew the meat and spit the bones is what an old head told me once before. Chew the meat, spit the bones, meaning maybe everything was meat, blah, 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 whatever, but you get the point. Let me take what's the most relevant piece of information, idea, and act on it, because I'm only one play away, one idea away. But here's the thing about an idea. An idea has a short lifespan. An idea has a short lifespan. So the longer the idea just sits and it becomes an idea, you know what happens? The idea gets clustered and fumbled with other thoughts. And that thought or that idea is never conceived. And so it's because it's never conceived, it can never become a concept. And concepts are what dreams are made of. Concepts are the material that dreams are made of. Concepts, an idea that formed into a thought. And then I took that thought and acted on it, and then it became a concept. I took this idea and acted on it, and it became a concept. You can get pregnant. Your mind can get pregnant with an idea that develops into a concept, that becomes a vision, that produces your reality. But the key is, I got to act on the ideas. I got to act on what I do know. Because if I don't act on what I do know, the things that I'm supposed to know can't get revealed to me. And if I'm not acting on what I do know, then what am I not doing? I'm not moving the chains. I ain't running the play. I ain't moving the chains. See, here's what people do. People overestimate the big plays and they underestimate consistent gains. People overestimate events and they underestimate process. You got to understand that the process, the consistent gains, is what's going to win you the game. It don't matter how long it takes you to win, because the thing about this game, there is no shot clock. There is no clock period that you can see anyway. So what I got to do is I just got to keep playing the game, because I never know when I'm going to win because there is no scoreboard. So I'm going to just keep playing. I'm going to just keep acting on what I do know. And then when it's time for me to win, the championships come out. I'll know. I'll see the back office when it's getting close. I'll see the bank account when it's getting to the level that want to be the trade, start hitting a little bit more. I'll be able to see that. But until then, you just keep running the play. You keep getting consistent gains over and over. You keep showing up to events over and over and over. You just keep doing it. I said it before and I'm going to say it again. When you go chairman, because you got to get your jersey retired, just put it out there. Whoever receives it, you receive it. But when you go chairman, nobody's going to ask you, a chairman anyway, how long did it take you? You want to know why? They don't care. You know what chairmen care about? They just care that you went chairman. It doesn't matter how long it took you. Don't matter how long it takes. Just do it. Why do you want what you want? I'm about to wrap up. But why do you want what you want? Is it really for your family? Is it really for your mom? Is it really for your kids? Think about it. If Listen, if you got kids, I have 2 sons, a 10-year-old and a 2-year-old. He's going to be 2 in July. My kids don't care how long it takes me to become a multimillionaire. They don't care. My mom, she doesn't care how long it takes me to become a multimillionaire. My wife, she doesn't care how long it takes us to become multimillionaires. You know what they care about? They just care that I do it. That's what they care about. So your kids, they don't care how long it takes you to change their life. They just care that you do it. Your mom, she don't care how long it takes you to retire her. You want to know why she don't care? Because she's been there all this time and she's still probably there. So that's what she knows. She knows work. She knows the job. So she don't care if it takes you 3 years to retire. She just cares that you do it. Your kids, they want to go to Disney World. Yeah, they want to go to Orlando, Florida. Yeah, they want to do it for sure. But they don't care how long it takes to start doing it. Yeah, they want to go this summer. But they really don't care. They just want to go. They don't care if it's next year, 2 years from now. They just want to go to Disney World. What am I telling you? So don't feel this added pressure, and this pressure makes you fold because you feel like you're not moving fast enough. They don't care. And the reason why a lot of times we feel unwanted pressure is because we're so self-centered. And our success, we said we want it for other people, but we really want it for ourselves. And that's okay. It's okay. But when you get to a point where it really becomes about other people, then you don't care how long it takes you, because you know that they're not the ones working. My mom isn't building this business. I'm building the business. Like my dad, he's not building it. I'm building it. My little brother, he's not building it. I'm building it. My son isn't building it. Is Keegan doing his car or am I doing his car right now? Is Adam doing his car or is I'm doing it? So it don't matter how long it take me to do it. I just got to do it, and they got to be patient and wait for me to do it, because when I finally do it, they're not going to say, Dad, it took you too long. Your mom ain't going to say, it took you too long. Taylor, it took you too long. Gio, it took you too long. You should have been retired me. Your kids ain't going to say, man, you should have been bought me a PS5. They ain't going to say none of that. They just going to care that you actually did it. And that's what matters the most. So it doesn't matter how long you take, because the game doesn't stop. The game is infinite. It's not football. It's not basketball. It doesn't stop. It just keeps going, and it'll go with you or without you. But what you got to know is, I just got to do it. I just got to get there. I just got to keep getting small wins. And these small wins turn into big wins. And then the right person just going to join. I'm going to go to the right event and get the right piece of information, because I'm only one play away. You've seen the Super Bowl where one play changes the whole game. You watched a basketball game where one shot just changed the whole game. It was like, dang, he hit that one. Oh, we got a game now. But it wasn't just that one shot or that one touchdown. It was about what happened after that. Again, we can't overestimate a big play and underestimate the process. Underestimate the small wins consistently. What can you consistently do every day? Every day. Because remember what we're trying to do here. Or not what we're trying to do, but what we're doing here. Don't forget the genesis of the call. By me doing everything that was just laid out, that's how I create my life by design. And I don't settle for a life that was given to me just by default. And with that being said, I love you all. Be on the lookout. Next week, we're doing skills camp again. We're doing skills camp, the virtual experience next week. The flyer should be dropping. But man, listen, run the play. I love y'all. Love you all. See you at the bank. Good night. God bless.